What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord, Dr. Professor Dark Joker, here with another edition of Traditional Fans with Opinions, where I'll give my reviews for whoever I watched, read, or played today. And who are Traditional Fans with Opinions? That is myself, and that is you, the viewers. With all that being said, on with the reviews. Chainsaw Man Chapter 216. So in this one, you see a Chainsaw Man fighting War Devil. Apparently, the War Devils made a contract with the governor of California, and basically, in exchange for the War Devil not attacking California, the citizens will shoulder burden of the deaths. I guess so. Apparently, California, at least in this manga, has population of 32 million. So I guess it's like, I guess anytime War Devil dies, I'm guessing a California person dies. So like so War Devil starts using a bunch of different type of abilities. I guess associated with different devils, like Accident Devil. Then you have a chainsaw whip. So you see like this fight going on, and then in the weird like dream space. So Denji's following after Asa, who's following after someone, and it's revealed to be Asa's mother. So yeah, that leads into like the next chapter. So yeah, so like this chapter, like the visuals done for the fight between Chainsaw Man and War Devil. Interesting what the deal with Asa's mother is. Seeing how relevant that is to this arc. So yeah, really like this chapter. Looking forward to the next one. Bad Powers, episodes 1 and 2. So this is a new show based off of the skit that Eli Manning did for his Eli Places show. So this is produced by Omaha Productions, which is was co-founded by famous quarterback Peyton Manning. Of course, Eli and Cooper are involved. With main cast being one of Omaha Production shows. So yeah, so basically, this is like probably one of the few like scripted shows I would say that Omaha Productions just done. I'm not. I mean, I think most of their other stuff is like just talk shows. So in this show, which is co-created by Glenn Powell and Michael Waldron. So Waldron, of course, he was involved with Rick and Morty, Heels, Loki, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Okay, so outside Rick and Morty, Michael Waldron does not have a good pedigree, I would say. I don't know much about Heels, so I can't say much about that. But Rick and Morty, of course, that's mostly Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland who made that show good. So in this, so the main character is Russ Holiday, played by uh, Glenn Powell. So he was basically star quarterback at Oregon. Basically very good, but had some personality issues. Basically, I think like there's like so this starts with a championship game. Oregon is playing Georgia in the national championship. Russ, in the last play of the of regulation, runs towards the end zone. It's about to run in for a touchdown, but he makes one mistake that a lot of people do, a lot of players do when they're be cocky. They basically drop the ball right before they get in the end zone because they're a bunch of cocky little pricks. So he does that. He drops the ball right before he gets in the end zone, thinking he's already in the end zone. And Georgia picks the ball up and runs for a touchdown to win the game. So basically, he like gets pissed off. He like I guess beats up this Oregon fan. Basically, was wanting him to sign something for his I guess son who had cancer or something. I guess he had other personality issues. I think there was like a bomb threat. suspension. I think something up with the highway. So yeah, and yeah. So then after that, this flash forwards 8 years later. Basically, his reputation, like basically, like, I guess his life's like down the tank. Basically, he keeps trying to get back. Like he tries getting back again the XFL, but is rejected. Basically, he's been on, I guess, other stuff, like a bunch of, like, I guess, basically his shows where he could just be an idiot. You know, he basically lives like in his dad's basement. So like his father like works on with makeup and prosthetics for, like, like for football, like for like different Hollywood team, like Hollywood, I guess, production companies. So yeah, there's some funny jokes, like you had like the Haktua girl randomly appearing. So yeah, so then in the show, then basically you have, in it, like, so this uses basically this so he hears something about like the South. It was like it's the South Georgia Catfish are offering open trials for quarterback because they lost both of theirs to the transfer portal. You know how it goes. So while so Russ hears about it while he's hauling like makeup stuff for his dad. So he just runs off, takes the makeup to Georgia, puts it on, and pretends to be a guy named Chad Powers. Basically, he just acts like a freaking retard the entire time. Basically, you know, basically he acts very quirky. Basically, the team mascot notices him. That he's Russ Holiday, offers to help him out and keep it a secret. So like Russ as Chad like impresses everyone with his throws while he's not very fast. So like he basically gets a spot on the team, but he has to get enrolled. So Russ has to then get like fake ID, fake birth certificate, all that stuff, which he gets with the help of Danny, the mascot. And so and then after that, so Chaz is competing with Jerry as like this for the role of starting quarterback. So Jerry has been like a practice squad, then backup, then practice squad, then backup again. Basically back between backup and practice squad over years. And so basically they're like the two. He knows the play. Basically Jerry knows the playbook front and back. So Coach Hudson tells Chad to basically be more of a leader. And he invites the entire team to a barbecue as house at a lake party. Now the risk is that Russ is concerned about the water screwing up his disguise. And yeah, so Chad like as Chad basically he like is trying to avoid water. Some people think so. Eventually during the water balloon fight, he's like screw it, so he goes around and does work. So Hudson asks to talk to him. He tells him that Chad, quote unquote Chad, that Jerry's gonna be started because Chad, like even though he's good, he showed fear, I guess, during like the water balloon fight and stuff. So yeah. So Chad has to deal with, I guess, being the backup. So yeah, so that's the whole thing. So I'm guessing next week they're gonna deal with, I guess, with Jerry being the starter. How Chad, my prediction, basically, well, it depends on how far in the season they'll get through this show. So I believe there's only 6 episodes this season. I don't know if there's supposed to be a second season. I don't think that's the case. Like, not to my knowledge, but I think it could be a yeah. Yeah, for my knowledge, there's nothing that says there is going to be a season two. So a lot depends on I think how far in the season this gets and how good the reception of the show is. Right now, I believe the reception's mixed. I mean, I thought I liked it. I think that there's interest. So obviously the whole so the head coach Jake Hudson, his daughter Ricky is an assistant coach. Like she's not like a coordinator or anything. She's like I she's like I don't know exactly what her specific job is. It's some assistant job. It's like a low level assistant job, but she's seen as like a nepo baby. I mean, understandable. She hasn't worked. I mean, I mean, it's kind of. I mean, look, she has not been done. She's not done football before, and she got hired by her father to be a be assistant coach. So look, it is understandable that the nipple baby accusation. Now she was I guess at that school she was a track runner, like very good track runner. So yeah, and who knows what they're setting up with with this. So I'm guessing this show is gonna portray. There's a whole bit with like Trisha, the chair of the board trust, being like basically she wants Chad to start because I guess he's like a big name. They think he could be good for NIL, get some good NIL money. And based on the previews, looks like Chad's quirky personality is gonna bring some interest. Like basically how people like his quirkiness, but I guess some people think he's not polished and it's not good for like I guess interviews or whatever. But I guess audiences like him. So yeah, I guess because I guess the quirk is more authentic, even though it's a fake personality. But yeah, so I'm so if so, I think this could be. I like these episodes. That was a good start. Like I feel like this is something that could have just been like it better than maybe like a low budget like sports movie, sports comedy, you know, basically like some like low budget sports comedy, like hey, go through games of season. Like here's the thing, there's probably gonna be revealed. Right now, the only ones that know about Chad Powers being Russ Holiday are Russ, Danny, and um basically Danny's a friend who knows how to get fake IDs. Those are the only three people that know about what's going on. I think that will change soon. Like Ricky, who's the daughter of Coach Hudson, may figure out soon. So, like, you know, if Coach Hudson figures out, that's gonna be interesting how he handles it. Like, well, let's just keep. Well, we already broke it. We broke school. We broke it NCAA rules with NIL. We'll go and break it with eligibility. Like, I'm interested in how this show goes on and how they're gonna handle it. Like, I think this will probably be a one and done show, like, I don't think we're gonna see multiple college football seasons worth of Chad Powers. I don't think that's gonna be the case. I think it's gonna be one college football season. That's it. Maybe like we'll see like some redemption for Russ Holiday. Maybe this leads to him getting a professional job in the show as like a redemption thing. But overall, I like these two episodes. A good start to the show. Looking forward to the next episodes. Well, and that's it. Did y'all like the stuff I reviewed? And if you have your own opinions about all that, you can put all that in the comments. Thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, and all that. and look forward to the next video.